All right. I'll see you later, Meredith. Okay. Back to the cave. Hmm. It's a bit of a walk, but I haven't been there since earlier today. Haven't heard from MBS or Vin. Haven't run into there, which I mean might be a good sign. But I'm glad things went well with Meredith. It's the one thing I was worried about. I don't know. Letting her get that letter and talking with her, it was a bit of a risk, but I think everything worked out. Glad she trusts us as much as we trust her. Hmm. I didn't see this on the way in. What is this van? Hmm. Wow, that is a huge tree. Am I? Oh, there's the hospital. Ugh. It is a nice night out, but I don't want to walk on the streets again. Now that at least two people know that I'm alive. Hmm. Just keep moving. Ouch. Oh, wow. Just man, just stumbled upon this. Jeez. Um, I could just take the path home. Home. Interesting that I call it that. It's just a fucking cave. Okay. Just gotta keep. Oh, Meredith said that Jappa lives over there, but I'll say that for the entourage. Sorry, I ran out of food. Uh, should be around here. Did they turn off the campfire? Did. Okay. Hello? It's Jay. Sesby? Uh, are they gonna just keep looking? Sesame? Who,
An intense psychic battle here for a few minutes now.
who is this?
I have no clue.
Um,
Yapping, okay?
I'm just gonna say it, Rumbo-like clothing. You remember that movie, Rumbo? I loved it as a kid.
It's something you need to understand is you're not leaving here unless we say so, okay? This isn't some fun trip, alright? This is serious.
who is this?
It's a
Your
long
mom.
story. Listen, I was, so, you know how I went back to my house? My mansion?
Yeah.
I
Sure.
wasn't there, I was there a couple hours and this guy turned up. Looking for resources. He was trying to rob me blind.
I wasn't trying to rob
What?
you.
Said he'd spoken to, he's got the deeds to Sandrosa.
How did you get the
Well, I mean, I
deed to
do.
Sandro?
Well,
What about
He said
Rob?
that he said there was a ghost, and that it from what he's described, it seemed to be Rob.
yeah, like long, like weird hair and crown,
I
kind
think
of like that.
I
Pretty
think
pale, obviously, like kind of see-through.
I don't want to
Kind of
believe
just
it, but
disappeared all the time, like walked
think
around the
they-
corner, just like
they've
disappeared.
given there was some sort of public auction. They sold Evergreen to Rain
The
and
Masquerade.
sold Sandrosa to him.
fuck, man.
And Rob is a ghost, which means clearly the Conventus handled him and sold
Get these
Sandrosa.
like, can we get me like out of these handcuffs, maybe?
No,
Like, I'm telling you, I'm
chance.
owning money to the Conventus Council.
He owes
How
them
can we-
250
Ben.
diamonds.
I own
Okay, how can we
them
trust him?
250
Does he-
diamonds.
We can't. That's the problem. He came up to my house asking questions and poking around. He was trying to rob me. So
I
I
wasn't
couldn't
trying to
think of
rob you.
anything else to
I
do.
was called there by your friend for maintenance.
No, shut up. It's my mansion. I didn't call anyone for maintenance, did I, mate? All right? Just keep it down. We need to have a discussion. Listen, I couldn't think of anything else to do because if I let him go, he would have yapped to someone that I was back, and then we would have all had a problem.
I'm glad you didn't kill him either, but now he's a
Yeah, well,
liability. now he knows that
trust
we're
me.
here. Whether
I
he
consider
knows who we really are or not.
It doesn't seem
What
like
do you
it.
know
Who
about
are
us?
you?
That's a good sign, but
Yes.
Not a lot.
Listen, from
Ben
what
said, you said that you were stuck with your friends in a hole.
I've
Is
gathered,
this the
this
hole?
guy he's a slippery guy. Okay, he knows his way around his words. He could be a writer. He's a bit manipulative per se.
Right? I'm not a writer. I'm no writer. I
He's
guess.
listen. He's a
Sesame, are you
wordsmith. He's a
okay?
con man.
I'm not a con man. I'm telling you, I'm not a con man. Seem
Sesame?
pretty like roughed up. What's with him?
That's none of your
Don't worry about
business.
Is he okay at least?
I mean, he's been breathing and shifting around sometimes, but not much more than that.
Hey, what? Get away from there! Get away! Move.
Yeah. I don't. Ow! Stop hitting
We
me.
need to make sure this guy doesn't run off because if he goes and
Okay.
tells someone, then we're screwed.
I'm
Fuck,
not
he
gonna.
has
I'm
to-
telling
okay.
you. Why would I tell anybody that you guys
mean,
were here? What would I get out of it?
The problem is
What
though,
do you
that-
kn- Hold on. Let's
Yeah.
at least ask him some questions. Maybe you'll answer them truthfully. Who are you, and what do you have to do with Marigold?
Okay.
Be honest.
tell us.
What?
Tell us who you are, what your name is, and how you're here. Why are you here?
1 second.
Who do you know?
1 second. 1 second. Was a bot in my stream chat. Okay. Well, okay. I came here from a town far away. There's a town. Might have heard of it, Valentine. Ever heard of Valentine?
No. It's got to be pretty far away.
It is.
I come from far
I
away.
traveled a lot of weeks to this place. I saw this this post on the news board, the notice board. It said something about a masquerade. I came here to check it out, to have some fun, have a good time, and then suddenly, this man here, I'm going to his mansion.
Okay,
I'm like
wow.
checking it out. I'm checking it out just to see what he's doing.
Therein lies the
Not
problem.
what he's doing. I'm checking it out. He suddenly comes in and he threatens me with a bow and an arrow, and it's crazy.
Because you
Yeah.
broke into my home.
You broke into his home.
And I
he's
mean,
been gone for a very
I
long time. I'm
exactly
surprised he
say
didn't kill you.
broke
He had all
into.
the right to. You're on his property.
I was told, in my defense, I was told that the house is empty, the mansion is empty. Just wanted to
By
check
who?
out. I'm an enthusiast. Well, what's their
You
name,
said
Ben?
you said New Evergreen was up
man.
for what?
He's a con man.
I just went to check it out. I just want.
Give me a name.
But-
Who told you that New Evergreen or the mansion was
Lives
available
right
to
next
you?
to the mansion. Kind
Rain.
of weird. Rain.
The Conventus are selling off our land. They sold Sandrosa to him, and I guess they gave Evergreen to Rain. And
No,
Rain
they-
told this guy he could go look around the mansion.
It checks out. I spoke with Melody
Yeah.
last night and early this morning. That there was a masquerade. There was something up for auction. And
Damn it!
Yeah, and
Rain's a
I-
part of the Conventus too,
you
with
know,
Melody, with a few others.
I'm
But listen,
I'm an honest
can
man.
trust Melody,
I love
okay? Maybe we can trust Ring too. Hold on.
We can't trust Rain.
Maybe we can, is what I'm saying.
Rain betrayed us. And Rain told this guy to go scavenging around my home for diamonds that he owes the Conventus. I'm not trusting Rain for a second. Rain knew about the dinner.
Think that I stole
You know
stuff from
Rain
your
best.
house.
What if you talked to Rain?
Rain hates me more than anyone
you
else
lived
here.
with Rain before you lived with us.
I know.
Maybe that's a link.
Rain's different, okay?
Staring at me.
And so am I. We've both changed. There's no way anything there is being reconciled. And she knew about the dinner. Before I went, I was talking to her
dinner?
about it.
Melody knew about the dinner too, but you know, there was nothing they could do. I want to believe that people like Puffer and Rain
I asked
and
Rain.
Koo too didn't know. You
Rain
asked
did
Rain.
know. I was talking to her. I asked Rain about the Conventus meeting that I got kicked out of, and she
When did you
knew.
talk to
She was
Rain?
being before the night before the dinner. Before I went there, I ran into her and I asked her some questions. She was being cagey. She knew. She was holding back. She knew about it, and she
How
didn't
did we
warn
not
me.
talk
I
about
asked her
this back
questions
in
and she didn't
Nashville?
answer
I don't-
because I
Nashville?
just.
Talk about dinner
No,
a
it's
lot.
fine.
I don't know what about it. They
Listen.
talk about dinner a lot.
All I know
Okay.
that this dinner happened. Okay, that happened. From then on, Asher and Moss formed the council. That's Koo, Melody, Rain, and Puffer. I just came back from talking with Meredith. Puffer
None
is
of
on our
them.
side. He wants to help. He has
Puffer
help.
is not on our side. Puffer's
Listen
a
to me, Ben.
backstabbing traitor.
I trust Meredith, and
Yeah.
Meredith trusts Puffer.
Listen
And
to him,
Puffer,
Ben.
Orion,
Ow!
please.
We
Listen
can't
to me.
trust any of them. They all knew. They all knew, and they didn't warn us, and they didn't come and help us. They didn't tell anyone where we were. Now, maybe a couple of them, but definitely not Puffer, and especially not Rain. Okay? I'm
Listen.
not willing to put any trust in Rain.
Meredith told me that Puffer was being threatened for his life by Asher and Moss. He was willing and ready to leave them, but it's Meredith that sought him out, and Puffer found trust in Meredith. And if Puffer
Puffer has no
trusts
loyalty.
Meredith, and all we care about, whether we trust him or not, is that we take Asher and Moss down. Am I right or am I right?
You're right,
That's
but if
what
we go
matters
down
here.
the
Taking
wrong way, we'll
Asher
lose
and
our
Moss
shot. We will lose our
Listen.
shot if we do it wrong. We have to do this right, and trusting Puffer is not a part of that. He sold me out over nothing, over a high. I thought that guy was my friend.
Is this
Listen,
Puffer
I don't know-
person known to like
Sorry,
the
sorry.
council, or
It's okay.
He's one of them.
he's one of them?
He's one of them.
Why would
He's
you
one
trust?
of the 6.
Why would
I
you trust
don't.
Puffer?
The thing is, I don't trust him all that much because I didn't know him any better than you did. But
We need
I
to
know
do
that you
this.
Ugh.
We need to
Listen,
do this
is just what
ourselves.
Meredith says. This is what
Okay,
Meredith is
okay.
saying. Meredith is
Okay.
helping us, okay? I just came
Alright.
back from talking with her. Literally just moments
Alright.
ago before I walked through the door. Listen,
Then
I have news. Okay?
what's the news?
Has MBS been here? Maybe you'll want to be here for this. Is he around?
Let's-
This little, very small. It's a like. Yeah, this Enderman of the shorter kind.
What?
That's another thing.
Oh. MBS.
Jay, I need to
Why is
show
there
you
an
something.
Enderman?
He's one of us. It's okay. Hi, MBS.
Jay, can I speak to you outside quickly?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. MBS Queen.
Wait.
1 second.
Hey there. Hey guys.
Just we go down here quickly. I want to get a bit of distance from the people in that room. Specifically one of them. Well, two of them. Listen, after Orion came to my house and broke in, some sort of Enderman chap, not quite Enderman, a bit shorter, some sort of spy, claimed to be working for MBS. MBS sent a spy to watch me. Here. That was some communications. He couldn't speak, he was writing in the book, but he said he was taught by MBS.
His name is Eduardo.
Why would MBS be sending spies after me? Or maybe, I don't know, maybe MBS is working with this Orion guy and the spy was with him or followed him there? Maybe MBS knew about Orion.
As far as we know, Orion he first showed up in the gala, and MBS and all of us, we were gone. So,
Well, MBS obviously has a spy out there.
As for the spy, or Enderman, whatever, let's go ask him about it, okay? Maybe there is an actual
He'll deny
explanation.
We can try, but he'll deny
Hey,
it.
remember, we all lived in the end with each other for a whole month. I want to at least believe there's at least some sort of trust with us.
And some of us died, and he was partly responsible for that. I won't forget that.
I know that you have things against now this Orion person and MBS in there, but I have to tell you, just after you left to go back to New Evergreen, they're left. I was going to go share this with the rest of the group, but I thought you should know.
Where's he gone?
I don't know.
What is he can just slip out and after
I was
all
sitting
that.
right there, and I turned, and he was behind the tree watching me. And when I noticed, he left. I haven't seen him since.
Are you kidding me? He thinks he can just take off after everything he did. After all of that, he can't even help us.
Yes,
He just left.
Now he's a liability. So when I tell you that we need all the trust we can get, especially with someone like there out and willing, possibly telling people that we're here,
Well,
that's the issue.
after whatever happens after it all, we need to make sure he pays. There needs to be
course.
justice, Jay.
Listen,
I
I
know
want to
we-
trust that. Maybe I'm the fool for wanting to believe that there's some good in there, but him just leaving like that and him being able to rat us out it's not looking good for us.
I understand that you want to see the good in people, and I respect that, but nowadays there's not a lot of it. There's not a lot of it, and we need to be, it's better to be safe than sorry. And we've been sorry too many times, and I don't think that I have enough in me to be sorry again. We can't take any more chances. I've lost everything. I've lost my friends. I've lost my town. The only thing I have left is this, and if we screw this up, if we can't even get justice, then what does that make us? We're already outcasts. We'll be the lowest of the low, lower than we already are. We'll be the lowest of the low without any dignity, without a shred of it.
I know, but it's just the hand we were dealt. Then I'm trying to make things work here. I just need
Stop
you to
giving away our cards.
To Meredith, I trust. We knew each other before.
Okay.
Okay.
Then can we?
Meredith, do you know who Meredith is?
Not really. No.
That's Wybe's big sister, and she
Alright.
wants. And
Okay.
she
Well,
wants.
that changes
She wants
things.
Wybe out. She's
Mhm.
actually already done something, and she's willing to join our cause as we are to hers.
Okay. Well then,
Okay.
then just
Trust me,
Meredith. Okay.
Okay. Listen. I know there's some bad things out there that we have to be wary of, but we have to take some good out with the bad, okay? I just need to know that you trust me on this, okay?
I do.
I'm going to go share the rest of the news with the others and more that I haven't said to you yet,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Just have my back on this.
All right.
I don't ask for much. Okay,
I know.
let's go back in.
You can't. No,
MBS, you've met Ryan, huh? You guys, you're gonna be a stellar combo.
Okay, I want to talk to you all. Okay, this is important. I have news.
Go back in your corner.
I just.
Shut up
Okay,
and listen to Jay.
listen. I have news. So while we were all doing our own things, I know MBS, you have some news of your own to share. I'll let you have the floor to speak. But I know Ven has went to New Evergreen and has picked up Orion. I'm sorry to say, Orion, but you've become a liability. There's just no way in hell we're letting you go. You have to come with us.
We get to keep him?
I'm telling you, I'm not a pet. I'm not a pet for the last time.
Orion,
Why don't we just-
you're simply not truthful enough. We just don't know how connected you are. And you said you've spoken with Asher and Moss, and that's exactly
Okay.
who we're working against.
The only interaction that I had with Asher and Moss was them giving me the deed to Sand Rosa, expecting payment. I didn't have any payment, so I just flew. I just went away. I just ran away. I ran away to Sand Rosa, and that's where I chilled.
That makes
What
him.
beat
It
Sandoza?
makes him even more of a liability, okay? Because that's 250 diamonds. They're gonna come looking for him. They're gonna want to collect, and they're gonna
Alright,
trace him back to New
just give-
Evergreen.
If
They might
Just
find
give
us.
me a name who can vouch for you that isn't Asher or Moss.
I mean, there isn't really
Exactly.
anybody, but you know.
So what do you
okay.
want me to do,
Okay.
Orion? We're not killing you. We're taking you with us. We're prolonging your visit.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I hate the council. I don't want to pay 250 diamonds.
Well, I don't know exactly where your
dirty
allegiance lies.
town.
When Ben had to drag you along to this. We have to get to know you.
He
you haven't really-
He didn't have to drag me along.
I
He
had
just
no
kind of
choice.
Decided to.
You would have told on us, mate.
I fully
We would've been
endorse what Ben
found.
did. I would have
I
done the
would've-
same. In fact,
Okay.
he had all rights to kill you, and I probably would have done it too if you were in my house,
Okay, so
let alone my
picture
mansion.
this. Picture this. I owe 250 diamonds to the council. I find Ven, who's also apparently an enemy of the council. Why would I go tell on him to the council who I already owe 250 diamonds to?
So that you
earn
don't have
some
to owe
favor?
250 diamonds?
Exactly.
I
Maybe
don't
if you
think
told
that's
them
how
you
they
have,
work.
maybe you told them you had one of their most wanted fugitives. All right. Maybe they'd
Orion-
knock off some of your debt.
Orion, I
okay.
hate to
How would
burst your
I have
bubble,
known
but you
that you're one of the most wanted fugitives?
Because
Yeah,
you
it's
heard
kind
about
of
me, you know,
egotistic.
also meant to
only-
be
You're not
there.
that important.
listen,
The only
everyone.
fugitive that I know
Orion.
is Barrison Board.
Listen,
God, I
Who?
love that movie.
Mm,
I hate to burst your bubble, but you're in a room of people that are not also friendly with the council, let alone Asher and Moss.
Me neither. Me neither.
We're all on edge. We've all been through a lot, so don't test us. It won't end
I'm
well
not
for you.
testing you. I'm telling you that I'm on your side.
Then prove it. There's a big difference between being on our side and not being on our side, okay?
Prove it.
Because from what I've heard from you, it seems like you're just fighting to serve your own agenda.
How can I prove it?
Right, he does have a point, Ven. There's not a whole lot he can do to prove it. We can't send him to go
He
kill
needs to
them. He can't go. What do you expect him to
Contributing
do?
somehow. I mean, maybe if I don't know. I mean,
Look,
if we really decide we can trust him, maybe we can find a way to get him these diamonds. He can pay them back. Maybe he can work for them almost. He can earn favor with them. He's a blank slate. Maybe we
I'm-
can get him to earn favor with Asher and Moss.
The
and-
only thing that Asher and Moss want from me is
could be a
250
mole.
diamonds. They don't want me dead. They don't want me anything. I'm the best thing that could have happened to you guys.
In fact,
I
they'll
can
probably.
be-
We'll have to see that for ourselves
I
before you
can
tell us
be-
that.
Your eyes inside of the council.
That could work.
I can.
We still
I
don't know
can
your
spy
situation.
inside of Marigold for you. I can bring you information about anything that the council is doing.
Yeah, no, I say we kill him.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you
you've got
say.
Eduardo, so maybe that works for you, huh?
Please.
I did what?
Eduardo?
Who?
Ben showed me this book. Someone named Eduardo came to his mansion last night. Said something about you and Rob. Do you
Yeah.
know anything about this?
Your
No.
spy? I told you he denied it. Who else has anything to do with Enderman and spies? I'm inclined to believe this
You.
little fella saying that you... Me? Me?
Yeah.
What have I got to do with Enderman? Huh?
I don't know. You told me.
You
Who is
always
it?
talking about
Eduardo,
how they're
MBS.
your eyes.
An old friend.
An old friend. Oh, well, you just
Hmm.
denied knowing him a second ago.
Is it-
Seems suspicious to me.
Well, I know a lot of Eduardo's, right?
Is the-
Unlike you, I have friends.
I think it could be.
Going back.
Okay. We'll pick up from there in a second. Listen, I have news, okay? Last night, I did speak with Melody. Melody's still fine and alive, living in my house. She has an in on the council. They're willing to help us out. They are not with Asher and Moss. They're on the council, but they're an informant of sorts.
And how do you
And it's
know
not- Hold on, because I trust Melody. I
That's
know
fine.
Melody. Okay? Listen. But it's not just Melody who's on our side here. Despite how we may feel about him, Puffer too is also willing to help. Whether or not Rain, or maybe even Koo, is willing to help us, that still remains a mystery. I know Koo a lot more than Puffer.
Definitely
say that
not
Koo-
Puffer.
We can try talking with Koo, and maybe Koo can give us his help as well. But until then, we just don't
Starting
know.
to scratch a lot.
Listen,
You want me to tie him?
So-
then?
No.
Then shut your mouth.
just an hour ago, I spoke with Meredith Ballard, as some of you may know, as Wybie's older sibling. She has started her own little rebellion with Melody and with another Marigoldian named Zara. Those three started a little group. They enlisted Anna, who some of you may know as well,
Okay.
my good friend Dr. Jappel. You know, he is still willing to help us, and I know how we may feel
That makes
about him.
sense. No, I think
Yeah, I feel very strongly.
I
about
saw the terror in his eyes. He didn't want to do any of the things he did.
I don't think he wanted to either. So I'm willing to trust him. He and I go farther back than Marigold, back to New Sion.
All right, I think.
For
Well,
Christ's
if
sake, he took care of Sharma at a time. And
If
he is very
Who's
smart, and he's
Sharma?
someone we want on our side.
Shawarma?
you'll catch up, don't worry.
Shar- we'll tell
Jay,
you.
Yeah, shawarma.
If you trust them,
Yeah.
I love
then
shawarma.
I trust your judgment.
I
Okay,
hate shawarma.
maybe we should team up with these people, but Puffer and Rain, that still doesn't sit right with me. I don't think
Okay.
that will end well.
Maybe it's something we can build up to. I'm not saying we go right over to their houses right now and demand that they be our
Okay.
friends. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I
that
mean,
it is
okay.
a possibility. If we can have the whole council against Escher Moss, that's all we need. That's their inner
true.
circle. They run Marigold together.
We've just got
If
to
we-
remember that not all of them are hostages. Some of them did that by choice. Okay. Rain, Koo, Puffer, they weren't. I mean, sure, there might have been a little bit of pressure, but their lives weren't at stake. They didn't get invited
Jappel's
to that
life was
dinner. They
threatened.
all
Do
knew
you think he did it on his
that's
own?
Jappel. Listen, no.
think
Jappel,
Melody
I
was
understand
forced
that.
to.
That's different. But the members of the council, a lot of them, they weren't forced. They did that by choice. They were already on the council before any of this happened. And that's
Okay.
why I don't think we should trust Puffer and Rain. Because every chance that I've tried to trust them, they've always stabbed me in the back. They've spoiled it. Every chance I've given Puffer, he's thrown it back in my face. All right, he is an unstable drunk, an alcoholic, a drug addict. He can't be
just a kid, is he
trusted.
not?
God, I love drunk drivers.
It's like 16.
Yeah, well, he still knows what he's doing.
Okay,
Sure.
so moving on. Meredith, Melody, and Sarah put together their own rebellion. In just 3
So
days,
many
they put
names.
together a plan. Okay?
Then let's help them.
Meredith got into contact with Jappel. Jappel has created a sanctuary, an actual place he calls sanctuary. It is somewhere below ground, and it's relatively near here.
Is it
Jappel
safe?
extended, as far as I know, yes, it is meant to be a refugee, a fugitive spot for people who need to get away. It was meant for the Marigoldians, but the invitation has been extended to us. And who better than us, actual fugitives, to go stay there?
God, I love
Now-
prison board.
I asked to take our attention to one of our own that has left us, and it happened while MBS and Ven were gone. But There has also
Hmm.
left us. There
Who
has
are they?
gone on his own. He is more of a liability than Orion is. He's capable of murder, actual extortion, and he was responsible
has
for
committed
freeing
murder.
one
Do
of the
you not have a
followers.
moral code? No flag? No
There was
country, no
more of
laws?
us. There was meant to be more of us in this cave. Not everyone made it home, and that's his fault.
He pushed in one of our own too into the void.
Where were you in the void?
It's
What do
another
you mean,
realm.
the void.
It's another realm. They call it the end. There was a city called Asphodel.
There's no floor. There's nothing. It just is endless darkness.
And
The way,
Asphodel was pushed in.
yeah. The way it was described to me was that if you fall in there, do you know that tower out there? It's like having that fall on you
Yeah.
10 times over. For all we know, Ace is still falling right now, still experiencing that pain. And they knew that and pushed him in. For no reason. For no reason. And he thinks he can just slip away and get away with it? Probably rat us out too. For all we know, Asher and Moss are on their way here right now.
Exactly. So that's why when I spoke to Meredith and when the invitation was extended, I said we would consider, but I'm pretty sure we would all be the ones to go there.
I think we should.
We would move there in the morning. On top of that, there's no way in hell we can bring Simon with us. Not in his condition.
What is his condition?
He's in a coma.
Oh.
A little bit sleepy.
He's just
You
really
just
tired.
call your friend who is in a coma and probably dying just a little sleepy?
Listen, hold on. Back off a little, okay? Sesby's going through a little something right now. They're not exactly themselves. Okay, so give them a little slack.
Yeah, that was a whole other thing. That was
Simon here has many cybernetic enhancements, including his right arm. The implants in his head and his legs. Hell, I think even his torso, if I even recall. When Japple detonated the EMP that was designed by him, but forced to be detonated by Asher and Moss, he wasn't himself. And in the end, you cannot sleep. He went a whole month of moving. So when we finally came back here to the overworld, to Marigold, he collapsed in his sleep.
That kind of thing. The enhancements, I guess, they took a toll on him. Must have had a lot of
when the EMP detonated, that's what got him. So
Yeah,
he can't exactly wake up.
Poise.
I mean, I remember how hard it was for us not to sleep, let alone for Sai. I mean, it makes sense.
This man I know very well. He is a good person, but he's just the same as everyone else in this room, except for you, Orion. He is a fugitive, wanted by Asher and Moss. He was a part of the group that was locked in that hole.
Technically,
he cannot leave.
What did I do?
Right, that's right. Sorry, not you. But something happened to Sesby with Asher and Moss. We don't know, but the point is, he is not safe here to be on his own. But he is, however, Meredith's mentor. He had been tutoring Meredith for some time in the arts and in science enhancements and stuff like that. All this other mumbo jumbo. Meredith has offered to come pick him up and take him back to her place, because realistically speaking, now more people know about this sanctuary than Meredith's own home. He might be safer there than he will be with us.
Okay,
we can't just let him. We can't just leave him.
No, you're right.
Someone else.
One of us will stay here with him, and Meredith will take him in the morning, and that's when we'll leave to go to the caves, the sanctuary.
Who's gonna stay?
Me.
Not you.
I think.
I'll stay.
Are you sure? Because
I'll
I think
stay.
the most sense would be that Sesby stays, because Sesby is not wanted out of all of us. If someone came here like Asher and Moss, I mean, we'd all, you'd be screwed. You'd be taken away, and then so was I.
I have a personal endeavor with Asher and Moss, so if they were to follow Meredith, then we'll just fast forward our plans further.
All right,
so wouldn't go down without a fight.
What if we?
Listen, the plans have already been made. Okay, I agreed to them. Meredith will come for Simon. Whether who stays here and watches over him until she comes for him, that is up to us. But I'm telling you.
And that doesn't count anyone in cuffs either. Don't get any funny ideas.
I don't have any funny ideas. I have very, very sad ideas all of the time.
Listen. So Simon will be picked up by Meredith. Anyways, back to the main plan here. So Zara, Melody, and Meredith planned something. Melody planted explosives in Devil's Town, where Asher and Moss come from. Their town, their home.
Devil's Town?
Yes, it's a place where they come from. Listen. So Melody planted explosives there, and Meredith crafted a threat letter, saying and posing as the followers. Richie, which Lucky is dead. saying that the followers were going to blow up Devilstown. This was supposed to be a ploy to get Asher and Moss to separate, to leave Marigold together. And it worked. Moss went, and Asher stayed behind. And Asher waited in that office for Moss to come back. But Meredith was waiting there, waiting for Moss to leave Marigold. So Meredith waited for her opportunity, went to his office, and demanded where, Wybie would be. Asher said that Asher apparently broke into hysterics, told Meredith where Wybie would be. Meredith went to go release Wybie from his cell, but Wybie wasn't there. So Meredith responded in anger and blew up the giant Conventus headquarters, the Blackstone building, not my old building.
That's big.
Right.
Is there anyone on JD?
Yes, Zara last spoke with the JD. Apparently, JD's fine. So, but he's still in the cell in the prison.
Wait,
that
he's
MBS knows.
in the prison? We need to break him out.
Knows. MBS knows the prison best, so maybe MBS can help us with that. Back to the main thing. So Meredith went back to Asher's place, demanding to know where Wybie really was. But Asher truly didn't know. Moss must have taken Wybie with him. So one thing led to another, and Meredith killed Asher.
Good.
Asher has died. But if it's anything like I've been hearing, that people have been dying in Marigold, and they seem to die and then still come back, then maybe Asher really is still alive somewhere.
Well, hopefully Ace is too.
Maybe, but he fell in the void.
God bless.
Apparently this thing has only worked in Marigold, or at least here in the overworld. We don't have a whole lot of hope based on it, so
I mean,
only hope
last
Ace is
time
alive.
Ace was on the verge of death. Ace didn't die. He kind of disappeared and came back. Maybe the same thing will happen. Maybe he won't die. Maybe even though he's in the void, he might end up back in the Nether somehow. And I don't know. Maybe it's a reach, but I want him to be okay. So,
Listen.
what's next? I don't
What's
want
next
to
is
talk
that
about
in
this
the morning.
anymore.
Okay, we're all on the same page. I know this. I know you aren't, Orion, but there'll be plenty of time to catch you up when we talk to Dr. Jappel in the morning. We're going to go to Jappel. He has a place, like I said, not far from here. He has a home, and beneath that home is this whole cavern that's pretty protected by him and whoever else that knows of it, which, as far as I know, is Meredith, Anna, maybe JD. I'm not sure. But that's our best bet. We cannot trust the fact that there is active, and if he's anything like how he used to be, where he's just jumping around, jumping and jump scaring people, and being elusive, then he might tell Asher and Moss where we are. So it's important that we leave here, and we won't leave here until Meredith takes care of Simon, and only then will we make our journey to Sanctuary.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
We stay the night, and in the morning we go. That is all. We talk with Jappel, we talk with Anna, we talk to everyone else who's involved, whether it be Zara, whether Melody comes and join us too, Meredith as well, and she can talk for herself instead of me passing on what she says, and then we can go against them, once and for all.
Okay.
Do I hear any objections? Questions?
The handcuffs, please. They hurt so much. Then tighten them
Again,
I get it.
You want me to tighten them?
I get that I'm like a prisoner of war or something or whatever, but like,
no war yet.
These are so
Until
tight.
we can trust you, you're keeping those on. Because for all we know, you could just run out in the middle of the night, and that's not happening. We don't need two people out there knowing where we are.
With the handcuffs.
I can watch.
No, you don't have to do that.
I mean, if you want, I could use the rest of that rope to tie up your feet. That's what I thought. Finally run out of words, huh?
Fucking damn it.
First time since I've met him, he's like sharp for a minute.
I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them. A lot of words.
Okay. So listen. What I will do is I will consider your loyalty to us, Orion. Okay? This isn't some initiation here. Like,
let him talk.
Okay.
We cannot trust you completely. In time, we will. Okay? Give us a reason to trust you.
I will bring you information about what's going on in Marigold. You cannot go there. You cannot show up in Marigold. You can't walk around. That's
Orion,
too much of a risk, right?
Orion,
Yeah, we seem to have enough
that's where you're
information, don't
wrong.
we?
That is where you're wrong. It is what you said, and it's what Ven said too. You're a fresh face. You have no names for people to vouch for you. That's why nobody will even notice you going missing, unfortunately.
But there's also no reason to believe that I am on Asher or Moss's side.
That's not even the question here. It's whether or not you'll come back, whether or not you'll actually give us good intel or lead us right into a trap
You've
yourself.
got no reason to come back. You serve for yourself. You do maintenance on people's houses, sneaking in, steal their diamonds. Okay? You don't
That's
seem
not
like the
exactly
type of
best
person to hang
resume for
about.
Fugitives.
You haven't got loyalty. You don't seem to have integrity, other than for yourself. All right. So for now, you're gonna be here. I mean, maybe in the future when we trust you more, it could be maybe good to get him out there. But right now, it's just an idea because I mean, it's like Jay said, we can't trust you, and that's it's the simple nature of it.
Well, listen, you'll be with us for a lot longer now, at least a few days, until we figure out what exactly our next step is with everyone else involved in taking down Asher and Moss. When that is completed, and we see that you're loyal to us, only then we will not kill you.
We need to be careful because, you know, if we left some tracks out there and they come looking for him for his diamonds, then we've got a problem.
Why would they come looking for me in a random forest?
Because
they're looking
they
for
knew
us.
that you. Yeah,
If
but
there
they
goes and
knew.
tells them.
I mean, that's true, but if he's like off the radar for a week and they want their diamonds, they might go looking for him. And they might trace you back to Rain's, and then Rain might tell them you went to my house, and they might trace you from our house to here, and then from here to wherever we go next, and so on. So maybe we just need to cover our tracks.
Tomorrow.
Tie up the loose ends.
I mean,
Please don't.
I mean, we could just dump him at the end of the forest. No one would ever find him.
No, we're not killing.
We're
him.
not killers, so
nobody here is killing Orion until
I haven't killed anyone yet, and I don't plan on it.
Him.
Exactly.
So don't give us a reason to kill you, Orion. Please.
Sure, I'll try to.
Well, you got time to prove it to us.
There's only so long I can stand his voice.
MBS.
I mean, I'm not going to kill him, but it's just.
Is there anything you wish to pass on from what you discovered on your own?
Sure.
Anything from Eduardo?
Who the fuck is Eduardo?
You've already admitted you know him, man. Just own up.
One time
you've got spies.
Friend, one time you don't know. You've known tons of Eduardos. What do you mean?
Yeah, tons of Eduardos. I don't know who you're talking about.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
An Eduardo and Marigold, maybe?
No,
An Eduardo who you're teaching, who you're mentoring, who can't write yet, probably.
In Valentine, have you ever heard of him?
Eduardo, I don't even know what Valentine is. I don't even know where that is. And I come from far away too, buddy.
What?
Look at this, huh? Do you recognize that handwriting?
Can I see?
I can't even read a single word of that.
Well, then maybe you should start trying to become a better teacher because you're the one that taught him.
No idea what that is.
You've obviously got a long way to go then.
No idea what you're talking about.
Try doing some basic handwriting
that
drills.
Were signed, and speaking of them, I just realized something not so good. I think I've misplaced my deed to San Rosa.
Where is it?
Of course. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. He'll go and steal it.
Shut the fuck up.
Maybe it's time we tell. Hold on, Fen. Don't do this.
Boy.
Orion, can you please explain what you explained to Ven and what you explained to me about what you saw in San Rosa just the other day?
Okay. So, San Rosa, great desert town, right? Bought it for $250. I'm the rightful owner to it now. It's mine. Misplaced the deed, but it's technically mine. I walk in. Not. Big. You. What's your name again?
His name's MBS.
Oh, me?
MBS.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know how to tell you this, but I walked in there, big stone walls. Walk in. One of the first things I see is a statue of you that says Public Enemy #1.
No
I'll
clue what you're
state that it
talking
was
about.
something like that. No, oh, that's unfortunate. Well, it did. It said Public Enemy #1.
Must
And
be
it said
another
that there
MBS.
was
I'll
this
be completely
statue.
honest.
I.
Okay,
How many MBSs
get
could
to the
be?
thing that you saw, Orion, please. This is obviously
Okay.
going nowhere.
So there was this person who I've now found out is Rob. Like
Like alive?
long hair,
He's dead.
crown, but kind of pale, kind of see-through,
He's a
kind of
ghost.
disappeared at random times behind corners, kind of creepy. So might have been, maybe just might have been, not entirely sure, not like confirming anything. Might have been a ghost. Might have been a ghost. Just maybe.
Well, he
I
wasn't
need a
see
yes
through when
or
I
no.
met him,
Was
so
he alive or not?
he's not alive, MBS. He's a bloody ghost.
Well, he wasn't really that bloody. He was just kind of pale.
Wait a
I
second.
have blood on me.
Sesby, do you remember anything?
About
At all?
what?
About anything from when we found you in that mansion?
If you need a
Found me in a
refresher, in the
mansion?
beginning, God created the earth and the heavens.
Hold on,
Who's
Orion,
God?
please. Sesby, do you remember anything?
I didn't. You found me in a mansion? Where?
You said it was your house then, but it was only when we surfaced in the swamp next to the tower that you said you didn't even know who we were. I was hoping by now maybe you remembered something.
Putting, telling you, they're putting chemicals into the water.
I mean,
They are chemicals in the water.
Orion, please.
some things sound familiar, but I still don't know who anyone is.
Do you remember having wings at any point? Hmm.
What?
No. I don't have wings.
But did you? Um,
What just
Um,
happened? I was looking at a fly at the wall.
I don't know. I think I might have. That was a
Listen.
nerve.
I don't. Since
I won't
Sesby's out
bring
of
it
the
up
room,
again.
Meredith did tell me about something. She said at the gala, just as everything was wrapping up, it was in fact Asher who killed Sesby.
Of course it was. Why? Why would
So,
anyone kill Sesby?
this confirms the
for?
theory that at one point, when you die, you go home. Because you remember what they said to us when we went to that mansion.
Ace
They said
ended
that
up
was
in the
home to
Nether.
them.
Sesby ended up in the end. That makes sense.
There's a chance
So
that Ace could be in the Nether again. We just don't know.
maybe we should look for him at some point. I mean, where in the Nether is he from?
I don't
I mean,
know.
I know he
I've
travelled
never been
all
to his
over
home.
for the wars.
I
and-
hardly go in there.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I've
barely know her.
been there a few times, but I mean, I'd go back to look for Ace. Just leave him alone.
Just taking a look. Nothing bad.
Listen,
Just
when
sit in
Oh
Sesby
the
came
yeah,
back in the
Sesby's in
room,
a coma. Let's all take a look, shall we?
Hold on. So we don't. I don't want to yell too much in front of Sesby, okay? Listen, they're going through a run. I know you don't understand, but please just be patient with them. I think they're going something similar to what Simon's going through, except instead of a sleep, they're going through some sort of memory loss. Because they already were, they half lost their memory in the end. Now they don't remember who we even are, who Asher is, who Meredith, who anyone is. Okay, so we just got to be patient. So
Okay.
please, Orion, I know you're out of the loop. Just be patient, okay?
Very much.
Anyways, MBS, I'll give you one more chance to talk about this Eduardo person because Meredith said that this Eduardo person wore your hat. A flat one.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I don't have a hat.
I've seen you wear a
This
hat before.
guy.
No, you haven't.
Have you ever told
Anyway,
the
forget
truth?
about that. I have something much more important.
Why isn't he a con man? Why am I the con man?
He's just a straight up ruthless murderer.
What?
Do you want to be
Why
one of
do you
those?
trust him?
We don't,
And unfortunately,
What is
you
this?
also
Why
get
is
one.
he here?
because he's useful, and
You
we've
can
got no
figure
other
it out.
choice.
Can I get a copy
Do you
of
want me
that?
to read it out loud for you? Who's this from?
It's from Rob. It says goodbye.
I think I should.
So you
like,
knew. Did you know?
I wish I did.
So, Orion, you're not wrong.
Whoa,
Jesus.
whoa,
Even
I'm telling you, Rob, long hair, crown,
no.
kind of pale, kind of see-through.
I think half the time I didn't like that guy. I mean, I always respected him, but
I did wrong by Rob many
So,
times.
I
wish
never had a
could've-
chance to do good or bad by him.
No,
I get like a update
I wish I could have
on
had
what
a
the books
chance to make
say.
it up to him.
It's they're his goodbyes.
It's something he wrote about us.
He wasn't meant to die, he was going to leave. He got invited to the dinner as well, where we were all taken hostage and tucked in a hole. He was meant to be there with us. But he didn't go to the dinner. He was gonna sail away and leave and go on a
He was-
voyage.
He was
But he
supposed to
was
come with us,
baited.
but he
I mean, that boat's still there.
Yeah, well, he wasn't on it, so clearly something went wrong. The Conventus must have dragged him back and executed him.
Melody
and...
told me. Melody told me he was publicly executed. Asher and Moss went to get
Oh.
him at San Jose. He was minutes away from leaving, but
He
they
didn't
brought him back
deserve that.
to tell. Asher and Moss brought him out of San Jose to say goodbye to the city, and that's when Moss came from behind him and killed him. That's why Moss needs to die. Same with Asher. I know I said we're not killers, but there are people who they can't come back from that.
An eye for an eye.
The only interaction I ever had with him was the election debate. He was, I didn't agree with what he stood for, but I respected him. He was a soldier, a good one. And this letter means a lot. I wish I would have had the chance to talk to him, to get to know him. I think we
He
would have
said
been
he'd come
friends.
back.
Well, now, apparently not. Are we
Just gives
Are
us.
we done
just
here?
gives-
I think I need to get some fresh air. I need to take a walk. This is it's
Okay.
getting heavy in
Love to
here.
take a walk with my hands.
Shut up!
Ow!
Read the room. All you do is yap and yap. Is everything a game to you? Every single thing you have some sort of funny quip
What
or
MPS
remark.
doing?
Life isn't all fun and games, okay?
Says
Right, you might only have a debt of 250 diamonds.
me.
All of us, the rest of us, we have lives sitting on our shoulders. This isn't funny to us. This isn't a game, okay? We just focus up. Read the room.
Hold on. Sesby's down there. Let me talk with him. Are you
Right.
gonna take your
I
walk?
think, yeah,
Okay. Make sure you come back
I will.
In time.
I will.
in time to sleep,
Mhm.
so we can get a few hours of
I
sleep.
won't be
in.
long. Just
Okay.
I need some fresh air.
Orion, MBS, can I trust you to watch over Orion for a minute?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Says me.
Yeah.
You okay?
Wish I remembered anything. Like, this book is apparently for me, and I don't know what any of it means. I don't know who any of these people are. and MBS gave me this, and I feel like I'm supposed to know what it is. And some of those names you say give me a really bad feeling, but I don't know what any of it means.
I'm sorry. I know how it must feel. I can only imagine. I don't know it. I'm sorry that it has to be you. That doesn't know.
The worst part is I feel like I've been here before. Not here physically, but
At this point,
yeah, I feel like I've been
do you
trying to remember things before.
wish for me to help you remember something? Or you think you're better off not knowing for now?
So, you know, you knew me, right?
I did. Everyone in that room did, minus Orion. I think maybe you did know him if you both went to that same gala. If it was just for the night.
You didn't seem to recognize me.
So maybe not. Listen, you and I were friends. We literally met because I just had returned from my journey and I said a speech a few days after I'd returned, and you weren't even in Marigold yet, but you were there in the stands, cheering me on. You didn't even know me. You didn't know of any of the bullshit that I'd done. But that's what truly made me feel like I could start over. And this book of Rob's that he left me, he believed I could change too and be a better person. That's what I've always wanted. I didn't want to resort to killing, convincing myself that I'm not a murderer when deep down I am. Maybe it is just a front that I put on that, that maybe I can be better, but maybe I just have to do bad things to get there. That's all life is, a sick joke. And I'm so very sorry that you were wrapped into this and what happened to you. There's no other words I can say.
And
I
I
just
don't even
really.
know what happened to me.
You came to visit me once after I did something really bad. I was in prison, jail, if you know.
Hmm.
You came to visit me and you said some words to me that really, resonated with me. I don't know. It was the fact that for once somebody who didn't know me wasn't judging me, and I appreciated that it was you. Yeah, you did say some things then that maybe weren't delivered the best, but you came and apologized just briefly as I was going to that damn dinner, and we could have talked again, but that was the last time I saw you before I saw you in that house, that mansion, and in the end. You and I never got to have that talk, and I hope one day we can. But what you need to know is that you and I were friends. I just want to make sure that you're okay. I care about you, Sesby. I want to make sure you don't get hurt any more than you should. Or, I don't want you to be hurt by Asher.
That's one of the names that gives me a really sick feeling.
Asher's not a good person. Not your friend. They did something really bad to you. And it's a little much to put on you all at once, so maybe in the next little bit, if you're wanting, I can tell you. But that man you were looking over, Simon, he's a better man than I can ever be. And he was helping you rediscover yourself because you're right. You were in this spot before, not knowing certain things. He helped access your memory, as far as I know. As to what was in that memory, I don't know. But he is important. He is the man capable of doing that for you. It is extremely important that not only he lives, that he is cared for, and he wakes up in time, that he can help you once again. Maybe he can help you remember who we are. All we can do is hope. Hope that your memories aren't lost forever and that he isn't lost forever in that sleep of his. I just need to know that you trust me enough Even though you don't know me, I know it sucks that you don't, but for now, I'm hoping that you can have some faith that there is some good that will come out of this.
Well, you haven't done anything too terrible so far. And, you keep saying that you've done all these terrible things, but I don't know. From what I've seen so far, I think you're all right.
I don't want to hurt you, Sesbe. Even with MBS and with and Ven too, I don't know them all that well either. We spent a month together in that realm that we found you in. If I can, you know, show them that I, am willing to put aside our differences and take us somewhere nice, then maybe it'll be worth it in the end. Tomorrow we're going to the sanctuary. We'll talk to people we need to talk to, and we'll figure this out, and we'll make it out. We will. We won't be fugitives anymore once we deal with Asher and Moss. And then if we can get Simon to wake up, and if you're willing, then we can have those memories restored for you. Maybe. Who knows if it's even possible? I want to hope.
But you said some terrible things happened to me. Do you think that they would hurt me?
I won't let them. I won't let them hurt you as much as I won't let them hurt me or anyone else in our group.
No,
Even the people that aren't with us today.
I mean my memories.
How do you think I'll hurt you?
Well, if really bad things happened, then wouldn't not remembering them be better? I don't know.
That's not my decision to make. That's all you, Sesbe. Listen, we have some time. I don't know when he'll wake up. I don't know when we'll be in a position to do all this. But maybe you can think about it. Don't hurt yourself about it, but consider it. It's a big thing. You can either start anew, or you can remember who you were, if it's possible. And with someone like Simon on our side, with his kind of advances in his mind, I'm pretty confident that he can pull it off. We just have to have a little faith.
Well, I believe in you guys. And maybe I believe in me too.
Okay. It's a good start. We should probably get to bed. It's going to be morning soon. I want to at least get a few hours of sleep. And I know you don't sleep. I know that much about you.
I don't?
You've told me in the past it's something like that.
So cool. Does this mean I'm better than you guys?
Maybe. Are you always this energetic, even with no sleep?
I think so.
Well, one thing's for sure. We kind of felt what it was like to be you, except it drained us in, the end. We're not used to not sleeping.
I made this, by the way. It's blue inside.
I don't know if that's any good, says me. But I appreciate the gift.
Tastes fine to me.
Maybe don't eat it.
Oh, hi.
Are you going to bed, MBS? Or are you going to stay out and
Nope.
do watch?
Wen isn't back yet.
He's not back yet?
Nope.
Okay. What about Ryan?
He's inside. He should
Okay.
be.
Well, if
Maybe
you
I'll
two aren't
stay out
sleeping,
here
maybe.
too.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm going to
keep
get
it
some
up.
rest. Good night to you two. All right? We'll leave early in the morning.
See ya.
Good night.
Orion, hey,
Hmm?
wake up. Couldn't have
Hmm?
been asleep for that long. Listen, there's not enough beds in here, but some people are staying outside. I don't know where Ven is. Stay out. You can stay on that bed. Go for it. Just don't give me a reason to get up in the middle of the night to hunt you down, okay? Please?
Okay. I won't.
Uh,
Almost fell out of bed.
yeah. Good night, Orion. We'll talk in the
Good
morning.
night.
Hope Ven gets back.